All right. Essay myths. Okay. PTCAS essay prompt is the same every year. Not true. No one is actually going to read your essay, so I'm not going to worry about it. This one drives me nuts. As someone who's reviewed, in total, I know I've reviewed over 1,000 PTCAS essays and application essays in general while I've been coaching. I know that. I don't have the specific number, but just over the course of almost 9 years, I guarantee that. The last 4, I've got 750, guaranteed. There's nothing I can do to start working on my essays until I know the prompt. Also, this has been disproven, okay? My coaching system doesn't change with the prompt. It's always the same, and I'm going to talk to you about why that is. And last one, my essays can't make up for weaknesses in my GPA, GRE, or observation hours. Patently false. Not true, okay? A lot of people think that the essay is just kind of a throwaway portion of the application. It is not. I promise you, I have had applicants literally tell me that they were invited to an interview because of their essay, and if their essay wasn't as strong as it was, they wouldn't have got invited. I've had applicants that I've worked with recently, like the last 2-3 years, tell me that their essays are what got them to the interview. And that is what an essay is for. An essay is, if we look at this, essays give people an opportunity to get to know you in a personal way for the first time. Otherwise, you're just numbers on a spreadsheet, okay? But let's talk about the prompt a little bit more. Historically, the PTCAS essay prompt stays the same for 2 consecutive application cycles. We had the same prompt for the past 2 application cycles, so this year we're due for a new one. And the last prompt was awful. Hopefully this one's going to be better. But I don't really freak out because there's going to be pre-PTs or people in the pre-PT community who are like, oh, I got a leak for the new prompt. And they're the first ones and they start sharing it. I don't really care. So I'll, I have applicants prep the same way, regardless whether we know the prompt or whether we don't. Because guess what? The essay itself its main job is to give them a compelling reason to choose you, regardless of what the prompt is, okay? So through the 4 essay prompts that I've been through, the PTCAS essay prompts, while I've been coaching, I've had 4 different prompts, and they're all looking for the same 2 central themes. Number 1 is tell me your unique story as a pre-PT. And number 2 is show me the skills and attributes that you have that will empower you to be an awesome PT. That's it. So here's your action items for essays. Start brainstorming what unique experiences and stories you have that are related to physical therapy or just related to your life in general. What experiences have made you into the person that you are today? I also want you to identify personal strengths, characteristics, attributes that you want to highlight. Make that list as well. Start brainstorming it. This is the next big one, okay? My PTCAS essay webinar is arguably that's my biggest and most widely attended event of the year because everybody knows, I'm not saying this to my own horn, I am the best pre-PT coach for essays in the industry, okay? I have the most reps, I have the strongest track record, and I know that my system works regardless of what the prompts are. And I've had more compliments from advisors and applicants, like it works. And it's a simple process that can work for anyone regardless of how strong of a writer they are. Okay, so registration is going to open up sometime in early June for that webinar, for my PTCAS webinar, my PTCAS essay webinar. And then it'll likely be held kind of at the end of June or beginning of July. Okay, and it's going to be gangbusters. There's going to be a lot of people who attend. So keep your eyes peeled for that. By already signing up for this webinar today, you're going to be added to my email list if you aren't already subscribed. And so you'll get access to that. Okay. And then after you do your brainstorming, don't worry about your essay, okay? You'll come to the PTCAS essay webinar. I'm going to give you a special hookup for my coaching package, and then you can implement all the brainstorming stuff you've done and start writing and actually making a difference. Right now, your priority should be, hey, figure out my program selection, look at my GPA, see if I can make improvements, take the GRE or make a plan for it, get my observation hours sorted out, and get my references ready to go. Between those 5 things, like you've got plenty to do. So focus on doing those things really well. And then if you've got extra time, work on your essay a little bit. Start doing some brainstorming. Just lay the groundwork so that way when the time comes to actually start writing your essay, we can knock it out of the park. And yes, the prompt factors in a little bit, but it's mostly like I'm going to introduce the same concepts that I talked to you about regardless, and then I'll kind of tailor it to the prompt. So don't worry, we don't have a prompt yet. We don't need to fuss and worry about it. Start brainstorming and start working on these key concepts.